On today's episode of Wind Down Wednesday, we are going to talk about the importance of picking a practice area that is suitable for you, and also one that is not only going to generate a revenue and a return for your firm, however, it's one that you are interested in and you have expertise in. So oftentimes when law firms get started, they kind of spread the net kind of wide because they're not sure what they should be doing for practice areas. I highly recommend that as you get started, you select one. I mean, you might be proficient in more than one practice area, and it doesn't mean that you can't expand in this in the future, but to get started, I highly recommend that you start with one. Become very good at it, get your practice up and running, get all the systems and everything that you need running like a well-oiled machine before you decide to venture out into a second, third, and maybe even a fourth practice area. So in the beginning, one of the first things that you need to do to assess what is the best practice for you to start with is look around you to see what your competitors are doing. See what they're doing well, see what they're not doing well. Look at what the return is, because sometimes it might look like a particular practice area is a lucrative one for you to get into, but as you look closer and closer at it, you'll realize that there's some other reason why your competitors or just general law firms around you are focusing on a particular practice area. So just because it looks like the new hot and in thing to be doing doesn't mean that it's going to be the right thing for you. The next thing you need to consider is looking at what the demand is for that particular practice area. Is it that, there are lots of these types of cases that are coming up? What are the needs and why is there a need before you dive in and saying that one practice area should be selected or considered over another? The third reason why you need to consider a good practice area for you to get into and become very, very familiar with is that, what you're initially going to be known for is going to be something that's going to stick, right? So you want to get into something that is not going to just be, a fad for today or for just tomorrow, but instead for a long term. So you're going to have to be very, very good at it, position yourself well so that you're able to compete against competitors who are already in this space or coming into this space, so that you're able to differentiate yourself, to do what you're doing well, to service the clients the way that they need to be serviced, and all around just give a really good experience for clients, and also giving excellent legal advice in this area, right? So just because something, like I said before, looks like the new fad, the new new thing, it doesn't mean that that is going to be the right practice area for you to dive into. There's a lot more that goes into this selection, and actually one of the courses that I offer, one of the modules in the course that I offer in Strategy Academy, focusing on just this, how you go about picking your practice area, what are the things that you need to do from start to finish, instead of just kind of selecting it out of the sky. There's actually a process, a strategic process on, what practice you go into, why you go into it, and also how you move into that space. So check out my module on Strategy Academy that talks specifically about selecting your practice area. That's going to be your go-to and your best guiding point in helping you to select your practice area. Thanks so much for joining this Wind Down Wednesday. Leave your comments and questions below, and we'll see you again next time for the next episode of Wind Down Wednesday. Thank you. Bye now.